Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? It's 9 o'clock, Thursday night, fight week, BKFC, fight night, Kansas City, fight week, Mike, and it is the Mike and Mish show. What's going on, Mike?
What is up, man? What is up? What is up? What is up, everybody in the chat? Welcome back for another night of Mike and Mish.
Mike, I am a tired boy. I'm a tired boy, and I got lots of shit to do, but I'm here. The weigh-ins are in the books. There was some interesting shit that went on at the weigh-ins today. We could talk about this a little bit. But the weigh-ins are in the books, and we have fights tomorrow night. The fights are going down as scheduled, no matter what went down at the weigh-ins today. And if you guys didn't see what we're talking about, we'll get into that in a second. But first, we got to shout out our sponsors. Unless you want to just do a couple sponsors, and then we'll do the last one before we bring on. Here we go, man. Buckedup.com. You got to get over to buckedup.com. Everybody, you got to buy some Bucked Up supplements. You got to get some Bucked Up apparel. You got to look cool. You got to feel strong, and you got to get energized with some sugar-free energy drinks. Just go to buckedup.com. Use promo code Mike and Mish 20, and you'll thank us later. The stuff is top notch. I love it. I use it every day. Went to the gym today, did legs, and if I did not drink the pre-workout before I went, I don't think I would have had the energy for it. Now I could barely walk. So that's what I got going on. Buckedup.com, guys.
Walking around all bow-legged and stuff. All right, hey, listen up. Dynamic life, sexual health, weight loss, and anti-aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. Kyle, that's 10 times 2. Also, check out their Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's LIV Dynamic on Instagram.
There you go. Guys, we got two guests tonight. We have two guests tonight. Both fighters will be fighting in Edmonton August 31st at the Prospect Series. Our first guest is Glendel Futrell, who is going to be fighting for the fourth time for the organization. And then we're going to bring on a debuting fighter. Dan Godoy is going to be making his debut, his long-awaited debut. Everybody's been waiting to see this guy get in there and see what he's got to show out, because he talks a lot and he looks impressive. He's got the look, he's got the attitude. He looks like he's ready to wreak some havoc in the BKFC. So we're going to see him finally make his debut August 31st. With that said, we're going to have to talk about the weigh-ins after we talk to our guests here.
Oh, he's Mike, probably seen the weigh-ins. He'll probably
we'll talk to Glenn about it, because
he's probably seen the weigh-ins.
Yeah, being a guy who's had to make the walk a few times for these guys, had to step on them scales a few times. I'm wondering what he has to think about this. Why don't we go ahead and bring our first guy in, Mike?
Without further ado.
The Rasha is a true scalar plasma energy technology with the most advanced base 12 frequency collection that protects, enhances, and harmonizes the autonomic nervous system. This can help a soldier, athlete, or animal improve their training, endurance, recovery time, and overall performance while achieving the ultimate victory-winning mindset called consciousness coherence. Once in this state of consciousness coherence, a soldier or an athlete is able to advance his target focus to a level where it is completely in the now present moment with relaxation and stress release. The Rasha is where science meets consciousness.
Rasha, where science meets consciousness. That is our third sponsor, and we got our first guest of the evening here tonight, Glendel Futrell, the Berserker himself. He is back. What's happening, buddy? How are you?
What's up?
You know, a lot of things are up. You're about to make the walk for the 4th time for the organization. This time you get to travel all the way up to Canada. How you feeling? And how excited are you for this opportunity?
Dude, I have went out of my way to get this to happen. I had to pay like $1,000 to child support just to get my passport. So I'm excited just to go to Canada as an experience. So we're happy. And finally, I'm trying to get a win here. This 4th fight, but man, not very impressive record. So I'm trying to actually go out here and throw my hands this time.
Well, but you go out there and you put on exciting fights, and of course that's why they continue to bring you out. And David says that before every event, he lets all the fighters know that if you come out here and you fight your ass off for me, you will be back. Win or lose, you will be back. You put on a performance, you fight your ass off, we'll have you back. And you're proof of that, man. You're still looking for that dub, but you go out there and you bang every single time, man. Every single time.
Yeah, I'm learning. The crowds is what got me, man. I was like, I saw all the people and got all nervous and psyched out. So this time it won't happen. This time it's a card where I'm just excited to be there. So it's all about me for me this time. So not impressed by nothing else, just me.
Do you normally get nervous when you fight from the crowds and stuff like that? Or
every time?
Yeah,
every damn time, man.
Pretty natural.
That's the only thing that gets me. That's it. Nothing else gets me. It's not physical. It's mental. It's always mental, man. So I didn't feel like I was supposed to be there yet. So I got excited, but now I'm actually gonna get comfortable and throw my damn hands. So
didn't you separate your shoulder in one of those fights?
Man, the ace fight, it was popping out for like weeks, and then I still wanted to fight, so I went and fought, and then we were in the clinch, and it like popped out but stayed out. So I was like, oh shit! It kind of made me feel a little weird. So I just couldn't throw it anymore. So I was like, man, it's stupid to even go out there. This dude's gonna hit me and make me look dumb. So I will never forgive myself for quitting in that fight. So I'm about to come out here in Canada and actually put on a damn show. So,
it sucks to put it in terms like that. I don't know if you can call yourself a quitter if your shoulder is separated and it's like out of place. You can't throw the punch, so therefore you physically can't continue. You're not quitting. It's just like your body's not letting you do it.
It was my jab. It's my jab hand too, and I like to throw that thing. So I was like, oh man, damn it, he's gonna catch me and. I was like, no, I don't want to even chance my chin getting weird. So I got a good chin. I like keeping it tough as hell. So,
hey, before we came on the show tonight, and are you paying attention to what's going on out in Kansas City right now? Like, are you?
No, I didn't even see it. What? I was over here training my mind and stuff. I'm telling you, I'm getting mentally ready for this thing. So. What happened?
Use the Rasha, man. What are you doing?
All right. Yeah, you got to
get the Rasha dome. Have to move the Rasha dome right into your house.
It's unbelievable. So, boys, I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to tell you what happened. Glenn, being the guy that you are, you've had to step on the scales 3 times for these guys now. You're about to do it for a 4th time. I talked to some people out in Kansas City. Blaine Warbriton is fighting Justin Martinez in what was agreed upon to be a flyweight 125-pound fight.
Yeah, and I thought that dude was huge.
What goes through your mind as a fighter when you hear that this guy showed up 138.5 pounds?
Oh, man. Oh, come on. Yeah, no, dude. See, I walk my weight, bro. I don't even cut. I walk around like 153, so I barely have to do anything. So
isn't that fucking like mind blowing? So I didn't believe it at first because I heard I got a text message from somebody that said Blaine was 12.9 pounds or 12 point something pounds overweight. Then I heard from somebody else that it was 13 pounds. Then I heard it was 13.9. Then I was like 13.
Are they still fighting?
Yes. So here's the thing.
I hope it's like they told me $100 for every pound you're over. So I would be getting paid. I'd be like, you got to pay me, dude.
Well, I don't know exactly what the agreement was, but they have agreed. Justin's a beast. He did, and from what I heard, I know that at the weigh-ins tonight, it was announced that he weighed 145. but I heard that he showed up and made the 125. So he may have rehydrated to 145, which I don't know if he's quite there yet. If you saw those guys on stage tonight, he is a stocky little guy, but he's tiny.
That's crazy though.
Yeah. So like I said, he's 5'11", I think, or 5'10". He's 5'11". Yeah, so
why they cut so much weight, man? They're a bunch of sissies. You got to just fight your damn weight. You fucking cutting trying to fight these little guys because you can't fight your own weight. It freaks me out, man. Like I don't understand why you cut 20, 30 pounds. That's stupid.
So I'll tell you what I know. And I heard that the fight will go on. Justin will get part of his purse. I don't know what that is, and I think that's all going to be negotiated still. But neither fighter can weigh more than 145.9 tomorrow night at fight time.
Damn.
I don't even like it's weird negotiations here. It's like so like I think like Justin's side, I don't know, and maybe like some of Justin's people may be in the comments right now, and maybe they can like
they're making sure he doesn't bulk up, I guess.
Right. Maybe they can give me a thumbs up if I'm sort of on point here. He was already 13.5 pounds over. If he's going to rehydrate even more and come in there at 155 or some shit like that, it's complete fucking bullshit. So maybe his side was like, keep him at 145 and we'll we'll do the fight. Because
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. It's wild, right? Isn't that crazy?
Because some of them, like one dude came in like 30 pounds heavier one time. So it's crazy, man.
It is crazy.
You guys remember when Crystal Pittman was going to fight that one girl? I can't remember her name. Mike, you got her name there? She came in like 22 pounds over, and Crystal was still
trying to get her to bulk up and stuff, but they couldn't get it.
Ralston.
Yeah. Is that what it was?
Yeah, Ralston. And she was still going to fight her, but they still allowed the weigh-ins to happen. They were still going to do the fight, and then the athletic commission the next day was like, nope, scrap the fight. We're not going to let this girl 22 pounds over.
Jordan
Ralston. Yeah. So I wanted to get your guys' opinion on this, Mike. What do you think about it?
I think it's insane. If you're gonna fight professionally and you say you're gonna make a weight, you should make the weight. And to Glendel's point is, yes, it is like legalized cheating. You get to go down, you lose all your weight so that you can fight smaller guys, so you can have an advantage in probably at least half of your fights because you gain your weight back and now you have more power, you have weight. You might not have the speed, and sure, nobody's going to be coming in at 100%, but that's it. It's been called, like I know Rogan said it a few times, like legalized cheating. They allow people to go down when you know, hey, this guy's like a 160 pounder, 165 pounds, and they'll break down all the way to 145. They'll go. Some people, look at McGregor. He walks around pretty heavy now. That guy used to fight. You know, he's down there fighting Chad Mendez, man.
The big boys.
Yeah, man.
But and then some of us train the whole damn camp thinking we're going to go fight, get paid, everything's going to be good, and then you get there and then something goes wrong and then dude's too heavy and you can't fight, then your whole shit's screwed. So you don't get to do everything you wanted to do. You don't get all your t-shirts you sold, everything that was just all ready to go, screwed. So,
and I did talk to someone close to Justin, and like he's like, man, Justin's dialed in. He's ready to fight. He's ready to go. So, you know, props to Justin Martinez for not. I mean, he could have very well been like, no, fuck this guy. I mean, it's a bad situation.
It looks like he's been training good. He looks good.
Yeah, he's a tough son of a bitch. Yeah. He's a tough dude. So you're going back in there, man. Let's talk about August 31st. You're going in there. Man. Your opponent.
The Slim Reaper.
The Slim Reaper. He is 1-0. He does have a first round finish. That's all. I mean, like I haven't seen too much on your opponent.
You can't see. Yeah, there's nothing to see. So
okay, so I was gonna say, did you see something that we couldn't find?
What do you know about him? He came off the line with his hands a little bit down. So I mean, you can't really learn anything from what he did. So I'm not even gonna take anything from it. I'm about to just go in there and be the animal. I know I can take a punch from anybody in this damn thing, so it's time I just go throw my hands and do it. So,
The Slim
Reaper. It's gonna be all me this time. I can't even worry about it. Yeah, I know. I love it. I'm about to go berserk on the Reaper. So
yeah, did he get dropped early in that fight?
He got dropped. He did. And to me, man, when I've been hit and been dropped, I was off balance every punch. I have not felt a face punch yet in this damn thing from anybody. The body shots I do feel, but
so he got dropped and then got right back up and knocked the other guy out.
Yeah, that's what.
Because the fight ended in 34 seconds.
It did. It was man. It was a fight, and I'm proud of him. He did good. He did good.
Kevin Smith's excited to see you in Canada. Everyone loves Kevin.
I was training out there, but our car stopped working. We had to send it to the shop, so I couldn't make it back out there.
Kevin was asking, how was it training at the Smith Brothers gym there?
I only went for one day, sadly, but it was amazing. But then our car sadly took a shit, so it's in Davenport at the damn dealership. Every time we get to a gas station, it breaks down, so we just send it back, and now we got to figure something else out. So I'm still working on it. To me, I'm a mental fighter, and if I get my head right, my hands will do everything.
So. Compare your next opponent to your first three, because Ace and I don't remember, how was Josh Alvarez built, because I remember Ace and Duran are kind of like the same size, same build kind of guys.
No. Brian's way bigger than Ace.
You think so?
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Load bigger. Yeah, Ace was a decent size for him, but he's a bantamweight all day. I wasn't in my head that night at all. But Brian is huge naturally. That man, and he hits like a damn tank. I felt the ribs break off when he hit me. But and Fames was huge. Fames was also like a damn tank. It was weird. He was wide.
Oh yeah, Fames. I don't know why I was like, that was slipping my brain that Josh Alvarez is Fames. Yeah, and then Fames is like 165 pounder. What the fuck was he doing fighting you?
I don't even know. They told me I had to do
it. Yeah, dude, that dude's real big. That's stupid.
They were like, you got to do it, dude. So I just did it. But and then when I boxed Howard was pretty damn big too, and he was in boxing. He was just like a Terminator. I didn't know what to do in boxing with him, man. He put me in the corner, and I was like, oh, shit. He hit me. So I was lifted off the ground. I was like, damn, that's it. They stopped it. And I was like, man, I didn't get to do nothing. So,
Jesus. So,
yeah. But I was just jumping in there that dude told me just to get paid. So, now I'm actually going to fight. Now that I'm with Carlos, I think I'm getting the fights that I'm supposed to get and I want to get. So, it's going to be different.
Yeah, you gotta ease back in there. Go get a W up in Canada. Yeah. Celebrate in Canada, and then come back down. I wish we can get up there, because I'm pretty sure Mike and I met like the owners of the casino up there. Right, Mike?
I did. Yes, I did. And I was at Knucklemania 4, and just some random people sitting near the ring. I had my camera, and they saw me walking. They were like, hey, are you taking pictures? Take pictures of us. So I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. I take pictures of whomever. I don't care. So I take pictures of them. And then the woman, super nice, she's talking to me. The guy's talking to me. All of a sudden, they're like, hey, you're going to be at the Canada card in August? And I was like, I didn't know there was a Canada card in August. I don't think I knew back then. And they were like, well, if you come there, here's my card. We own the casino. We'll hook you up there. And I was like, what? You own the casino? Holy shit.
Yeah, shit. And y'all ain't going though?
No, you can have my room.
I'll take it. I'm telling you, I'm just going for the trip, man. It's exciting, man. I get to go do a free trip. It's going to be amazing. So we get to see the world, I guess, for the first time. I'm trying to go keep fighting internationally. I want to fight everybody in your hometown, beat you up, go to the next one. Anybody, England, I don't care where it is. I just want to go there. I want to beat up their 45ers and keep moving on. I don't care about all fighting for the belts and stuff. I just want to travel.
I'm going to call them up. I'm going to say, hey, remember me from LA? Knucklemania 4? You said you were going to hook me up with the room. Well, I'm not going to go. However, I still would like that room, the presidential suite, please. And you're going to put up a Glendel Futrell. Is that fine with you?
That works.
I got it covered. Those are my boys over there.
You will take it.
Him and his wife need a nice vacation in Canada. Let's go.
We will take it. Yeah, sadly, I got to leave my son this time, so it's going to be sad. So,
have you ever been up to Canada before?
No.
This will be your first trip?
Yeah, I didn't realize that if you owe something in child support, you can't get a passport.
Oh, yeah, so, they don't. Yeah, that makes
sense. So I had to go get a
sense, I guess, you know.
Yeah,
I don't think it makes sense, but it makes sense.
It's yeah, they think I'm gonna just run away, I guess. But
yeah.
I have a job here and stuff.
So your first trip to Canada, and you might get punched in the face while you're there. Isn't that?
I love getting punched in the face, though. I love it.
I thought they were supposed to be nice up there in Canada.
I want to look bloody so I can walk around looking like everybody there and be excited, like hockey player status. Yeah, try some poutine or whatever they got. I'm excited.
Oh yeah, poutine's pretty good.
I don't know what it is, but they talk about it.
It's like French fries, and now they might use something else there. I don't know. This might be the Americanized version, but they put cheese curds on it and gravy. Pretty good. It's good.
I will try it after the fight.
There's probably more traditional style, I bet, when you go there. There's probably Joe Ivy's probably in the comments right now. She's from Canada. She watched the show all the time. She's probably like, it's not French fries. That's what America does. I'm sure there's something to that.
Every time I hear poutine, I think poutang, and I think you're going up there to get some Canadian poutang.
Yes. I told her the same thing. That's what I told my wife too. Yes.
It is French fries. She said, "All right, good."
It is French
fries. I watched the show Letterkenny, so like I hope it's going to be like the show and like a Letterkenny. They're going to hate me for that, but it was a dope show, so that's why I'm excited to go, man.
You're gonna have a Donnybrook up there, right? That's what they call it.
Damn right. I'm ready, bro. I like to get punched in the face, so let's do it. So
let's go. Well, man, what have you
in the face?
Are you changing any? I'm like, you said that you're more dialed in this time, and you got the right opponent this time, and you did get over to the Smith Brothers gym once, but what have you been doing different this time in preparation compared to the first three?
Man, it's mainly all mental for me, man. Just preparing myself, and I'm doing a lot of work here. It's just different stuff this time, all cardio, physical, getting my work in with certain people that I got. So it's going to be different. I'm going to be dialed in. No running away. No playing it safe. Just keeping my hands up and taking punches. Not going to happen. I'm about to stay in, angle out. I'm about to throw my damn hands for one. Damn it, I'm going to throw them. So that's going to be a big improvement. I watched all my other fights, and I feel like I throw too safe. Like I stay out too far. So I'm going to change a lot.
Dude, let them go. Let the fucking hands go there, Berserker. You're called the Berserker. You need to go up and
Berserk.
Yeah, you got to go berserk. You got to take on the fucking enemy from the Great White North. You know,
put the cone just on him.
I'm taking it, bro. I'm taking the head and I'm coming back with it. I promise you. I like him though. He looks like a good opponent. I can't even talk shit though. I don't want to be one of those guys. He looks like a respectable dude. So I'm just gonna have a good fight with him. But I'm about to whoop some ass.
We love that, and there's an event this weekend. I know you're. Are you a fan? Are you a fighter that watches all the other fights too? Are you going to be watching Kansas City this weekend?
I watch the fights, but I don't watch their interviews and stuff because it's annoying. But I am going to watch some of the dudes are just creepy. But yes, I don't know who I got in that one, man, because Brito looks like he's ready to tear a dude's head off. And then Lindsay always looks like he's got some good hands, some good movement. Like he just looks good all the time. I don't know. But and then I got Coltrane all day.
Coltrane? You got
Coltrane. Yeah, that's a homie. So I got he all day.
Mike and I were talking about these weigh-ins earlier, and other than the Warburton thing, but the main event, one thing that so Elvin looks like he's in phenomenal shape. He looks like a brick shit house right now. But
he does look good.
But Jake Lindsay is a fucking big dude. Like
he is.
Yeah. When they get right up on each other, Jake is just a large welterweight. And I don't know how big he gets like when he's off fight weight. Like, but he looks like he walks around 190 fucking pounds and then cuts to 165. I have no idea. I could be full of shit, but he's just a big dude.
Well, did you see the UK fight with the damn Luke Nevins dude? Look at the size difference in that one. We thought it was a gorilla fighting a tiny girl, man. We didn't know what was going on.
I think I do know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was so I don't know, man. They look a lot more comparable than Jake Lindsay and Brito to me. I think Brito's going to come out there and just be strong, fast, pressure. I don't think he's going to let up, and it might be too because Lindsay's good, but he like a little bit slower, I think. So.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody on the phone that's out there right now, and the person I was talking to is very one-sided in that fight. He believes a certain fighter is going to win, but I'm like, dude, no offense. I know you're super confident in him, but I think this has like potential like fight of the year type.
Oh yeah,
type vibes. Yeah. Because Jake is just so good and so technical, and he can fucking scrap as well. And Brito is just like dialed into a new, he's almost got he almost looked like he had the glow, like the Last Dragon in that last fight with Fort Knox. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he unlocked a new level of Elvin Brito last fight. So who knows, man? I don't know where to put the money on that one.
They both got good chins too, so I don't know if it's going to be a knockout or a 5-round war. So.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
That's a crazy one.
So before we let you go, we got a second guest tonight. We are super excited to talk to you again, and we're glad you're back for another run. You get another crack at wiping that O. You go up there in Canada, do your thing, dude. We'll be rooting for you. I wish we were going to be in Edmonton or
that would be fun, man.
Yeah.
They're like always on the plane with us, so we're by us, so it's crazy. But
yeah. One of these days, Mike and I will retire from the military and do this full time. And at that point in our lives, we will go to every one of these fucking events. But until then, we still have to pay the bills. Yeah. Before we let you go, dude, do you have anything else that you want to say to anybody out there? Any sponsors? Any friends, family, whatever? Go ahead and say it. And if you want to give a prediction, go ahead and do it, man.
Oh, no predictions. Just a hell of a new me. Just ready to do my thing and not be nervous. And shout out to all the people here, like Nick and Mo's, my gas station up the road. Drunken Brothers Barbecue. I got a few people over here, man. There's a car dealership that hooks us up. We got some good things out here, but I'm just ready to go to Canada and whoop some ass and come back happy. So thank y'all for having me on, man. I like being on here. Y'all are the only ones that get me from being all nervous and twitchy and shit. So.
We're very comforting. Look at these faces. Yeah. Look at these faces.
I relaxed a little bit.
Warm embrace here. There's a warm embrace here on the Mike and Mish show. Very nice and comfy.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
Right. Hey, Glenn, thanks for coming on. Mike, do you have anything else for him before we let him go?
Just say thank you for coming on. We'll be watching your fight. Everybody else, you better be tuned in because, hey, why wouldn't you be? There is no excuse. I dare you to put an excuse in the comments of why you will not be watching this fight card this weekend and the fight card on August 31st and everyone going forward. I don't care what happens in your life. I don't care if you have things to do. I don't care if baby's being born. You better be watching this in the hospital. No excuses.
Yes, bro.
I take no excuses. Damn it.
That's the best,
Thank
mate.
you so much. Thank you for coming on. Everybody else, stay tuned because when we come back, we're going to be joined by Max Fett. You know what I'm talking about. Godoy. We'll be right back, man. Glendel, take care.
Take it easy.
Thank you, guys.
See you
later.
See you, bro.
That landed good. That landed good. Stepping on it. Big shot from Brito. With the head movement. Big right hand. And down goes Connor Kenny. Oh, he's out. He's out. That is it. One punch, walk away, knockout win. Oh. And that's so good.
Hey, we lost him.
We lost him. We had him. He was in the. I just texted and I said he was just in there. I let his management.
Dropped out.
Yeah, I let his management know. I said, hey, we just had Dan, but he fell out. So as we wait for Dan to get back in the link there, I just want to say, dude, Glendel Futrell and his wife are two of the fucking nicest people out
Very
there.
nice.
And
shout out to them.
Let's go, boy.
Shout out, let's go, boy. Exactly. Glenn has fought some killers, dude. And when you think about the two guys that I was talking about, and then you think about Fames, and Fames has fought at welterweight. What the hell was he even doing fucking fighting Glendel Futrell? I don't even understand that. He was 20 pounds heavier than him, probably. It's just ridiculous. Shout out, let's go, boy. Thank you, Glendel Futrell, for coming on here. We do have Dan Godoy in the comments, in the green room. In the green room. Let's go. Bring him in here, Mikey.
Hey, what's up?
Let's go, guys. How you doing?
What's happening, bud?
Sorry, you gotta change.
Oh, not too much, man. Just same old shit, man. Just cut some more trees down today and trained and fucking just getting ready for my fight coming up on the 31st.
As you're training, as you're cutting down trees, training for fights, do you put the chainsaw away and just go straight axe with that shit?
Yeah, I'm a ninja with that thing, man. Doesn't matter how big or small, I take the motherfuckers down. So.
Oh, that's right. We were talking about like cutting down trees and pricing, and Kyle like really burned some guy once, right? He had him cut down 17 trees for $3 or something.
That's right. That's right. Hey, welcome back, brother. It's good to see you. Last time we talked to you, you were trying to get yourself a fight in the BKFC. You were making noise, and now how many months ago was that? That was a few months back, but now here we are. August 31st is creeping up, and you're finally going to get your shot in the BKFC. What's going through your mind right now? Now that it's actually on the horizon.
You know, it's a new chapter in my life, and I'm got an opportunity, got a door that's opening for me, and it's up to me to get through it. I'm going to smash through that fucking door and make my name known in the BKFC. And yeah, I'm not going to talk much trash on this one. I'm just going to let my hands do the talking. I'll do the talking after.
Well, you made quite a splash. The last time you were on, we talked about it. I don't know if I can call him a good friend of yours, but I'm sure since you met him, you probably talked to him 100 times, because Big Ben Vinaski,
that's right, Big Ben,
huge fan. You know, Big Ben, he could not stop talking about you. You must have come in. I don't know what you did. I don't know if you can reenact what you did when he met you, but you must have made a splash that day, because he couldn't stop talking about you. He was like, this guy came in and he was yelling. He was telling people, you're going to see me. Ba, 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 ba. And today he's so excited. He sent me a picture, and I was going to crop this picture because you'll see why, because he sent it the way a boomer would send it, so to say. Look at this guy. Doesn't even crop the picture. Sends me an entire picture of his whole entire screen and everything. But there you are with Big Ben Boomer Vinaski, and he sent this. He thinks you're a great dude, and he cannot wait. You've got.
I think the same about him.
Yeah, he's behind you all the way, man.
Awesome. Shout out to Big Ben, brother. I'm doing this.
I'm sure he's in the comments taking all these hits. What did you do when you walked in there? You start yelling at people, or what happened?
No, I just I think I showed up there. And I was just waiting to see if I had an opponent, and I waited through the whole thing. All the guys went in for their wins, and then I started talking to some guys there. Kevin Smith, shout out to Kevin Smith, my manager, Storm Management, and talked to Big Ben there, and fucking let's just smooth sail from there. Now here we are. I was ready to fight anyone. If someone was dropping out, I was ready to go there. I had my medical ready, all that shit was ready to go. So,
and
which wasn't my time, but now it's my time. So.
Right. You had a boxing match since the last time we talked to you, right?
That's right. Yeah.
You want to talk about that? How'd it go?
Yeah, it was good. We went. I won by unanimous decision.
Nice.
And I made a mistake by eating 2 burgers after weigh-ins, because I had to make weight the same day of that fight. So I started cramping up in the second round and the third there. But I learned a big lesson on that one. So I'm not going to be eating heavy like that before a fight or after. Be right before a fight, never again.
I didn't know that they still did same day weigh-ins. I mean, I guess I could have probably imagined that they did that, but remember when UFC used to do same day weigh-ins? And they finally were like, all right, enough of this. You know what I mean? They were like, people were passing out. They're still doing that. They got a whole day, which I feel like is still not a lot of time. I feel like if you got 2 days would probably be much better. But like these people were killing themselves. And at 12 o'clock, they got to weigh in between like 12 and 3. And then they got to fight at 7 o'clock. It's like, that's crazy to me. That's
no time to recover.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's like
there's some serious brain damage going on too. Then, like even more, like that's very bad. That's very bad. We were just talking about weight cutting and people going down lots of weight, and it's just so bad for your brain.
Yeah.
But I watched that boxing match. I did watch that whole thing. You did a good job.
Yeah, you remember, and a fighter can tell you that they rehydrated themselves all they want. It's like, do you remember Jay Fish, Mike?
Yes, I do remember.
We ran into Jay Fish down in, I want to say, Biloxi, and this dude weighed in at 205. He cut from like 245 to 205.
He cut 24 pounds in 24
hours.
And it was scary to me. Crazy. I was scared for him.
When we talked to him the night of the weigh-ins, he barely could put a fucking sentence together. And I felt like, I was like, oh man, we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Like after he hydrated, he felt great. He was like, oh, I feel so good. I'm back up to like 225, 230 right now. I'm this and that. He got hit a few times in that fight that night, and you could clearly tell that his brain was not rehydrated. His body might have been, but his fucking dude, that is a dangerous toll that you take on yourself for sure. So
brutal.
It is brutal. Now you got your fight, man. You got your fight in Edmonton. You're up in your home. You're where are you? What part of Canada are you from?
Saskatchewan, Saskatoon.
Is that anywhere near? I'm not a geography guy.
It's about a 4.5 hour drive.
Okay. So it's not super far away. You got yourself your fight. It's a guy named Caden Scott. What can you tell us about your opponent, Caden Scott? Because I don't know much about him.
Well, from what I've seen of him, he's a little cocky. He's tall. He's 6'2".
Ooh.
He fights long, but he keeps his chin wide open. I noticed that. And I think his ego's getting the best of him because I watched his first pro fight that he had, and the guy he was fighting was an absolute fucking punching bag. It wasn't punching him back, and I don't know if the guy was afraid of him or what, but I didn't see anything special about him. But there's a few things said on social media there, but I'm gonna let my hands do the talking. Like I said, I got to show the world what I got, and he's gonna eat his fucking words. So
we're finally gonna get to see you in that squared circle. It is the Prospect Series 2. I believe it'll be inside the smaller ring. So less space to run around.
Exactly.
You got him trapped, and you can.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one thing with me is I was a street fighter way before I was a boxer. So this is my bread and butter here.
So are you signed to Storm Management? Storm Athlete. How you say Storm?
Storm Management. Yeah.
Damn it. You are just shitting all over the brand.
I'm not shitting on them. Listen, I keep calling it Storm Management, but I think they keep calling it like Storm Athlete Management or something.
It is
that.
Storm Athlete Management.
Storm Athlete Management.
That's the full.
Listen, guys, if you abbreviate that, it's Sam. Why are you putting the athlete in the middle? Just call it fucking Storm Management. Call it Storm Management. It sounds cool. That's just
Storm Athlete Management.
But either way,
worldwide
dude,
athlete management and career development.
Yeah.
A storm is coming.
Well, I'm just busting your balls, Storm guys. Brandon
we love
and Rob and all those Kevin and those guys. You guys are putting together a nice little roster of fighters over there at Storm, including yourself, and you got three Storm guys fighting this weekend. Can you talk a little bit about the new management and what they're doing for you as far as maybe developing you into a BKFC star here?
Well, just I wouldn't say there's a lot of things going on just yet, but it's a work in progress. I know Kevin's got my back, and I'm under his wing, so whatever I got to do is what I got to do, and I'm just going to make sure I represent the organization or my Storm Athlete Management Group, to the best of my abilities, and make everyone proud there who's putting their time and efforts into me. So. Yeah, no, it's just a work in progress. That's all I can really say about that right now. after this fight, I'm pretty sure more doors are going to open. So.
Oh yeah, good group of guys that you're hooked up with there. We just spent a lot of time with Roberto Armas and Kevin out in Sturgis. Dan, if you can ever get yourself onto a card in the States next year, they've already announced a Sturgis card for Bike Rally Week next year, and it was fucking bananas this year. And I would highly recommend talking to those guys and just tell them whatever you got to do. Fucking get me on that goddamn card because the crowd is insane. You knock somebody out there. Everybody's revving their motorcycles up. Fucking everyone's going crazy. I got to tell you, the energy there was like unmatched so far. So, but we did spend a lot of time with the Storm guys out there. That's why I wanted to give them a shout out real quick.
Awesome. Yeah, definitely make a request for that for sure.
Fuck yeah. So this is a welterweight fight, 165?
165, yeah.
And is that where we probably asked you about this the last time, where you wanted to kind of like make your home in the BKFC? Is it 165, 175, 155? Does it matter to you, or are you in right in your wheelhouse right there at 165?
I think I'm in the wheelhouse here with my weight right now. Like I walk around between 170, 175, so it's not much of a cut to 165 for me. So
nice.
I think I'll be comfortable in this weight class. I feel fast and powerful. And all my strength is there, but I could also go down to 155. I could go up to 175 as well. So
yeah, and you got a welterweight fight to watch in the main event this Friday night. Elvin Brito against Jake Lindsay. Jake Lindsay being a Storm guy himself. Are you a fan of the sport as much as you are a fighter? Like, do you watch all the BKFC events when you're not?
I do. Yeah, when I got time to watch him, I watch him, especially when my dad's home. I all get together with him there, and he loves watching the fights too. So it's usually a tradition thing we do.
Fuck yeah,
I love to follow.
It's amazing how many fighters we get on this show, and we're like, "Yeah, are you going to watch the event this week?" And they're like, "Yeah, I don't watch fights. I'm not interested in watching the fights. I just do my thing, and then when I have to fight, I'll fight." And I'm like, "Really? I feel like if I was a fighter, I wouldn't be in that state of mind. I would be more like you. Like, if I'm not fighting, I'm watching everybody else that's fighting. I'm interested in what the fuck they're doing. At least you could watch, be entertained, and maybe possibly learn a thing or two from some of these. Exactly. That's why. So, with that said, do you have an opinion on the two fighters in the main event this weekend? I know that Lindsay Jake is signed to your management company, but you come in, you make a splash in the welterweight division, maybe 3-4 fights down the road, you and your teammate here go butting heads. Do you have an opinion on the two fighters in the main event this weekend, coming from your point of view?
Well, let's just say, I don't know, from what I've seen from both of them, I think it's going to be a dogfight with those two. It's going to be exciting to watch, definitely, but I don't know. It's bare knuckle, man. All it takes is that one good shot, man, with a bare hand. So it could go either way. I'm not gonna favor anyone in this one, but I don't know, man. I'm excited to watch it.
The styles.
I'll definitely get in there with whoever I got to get in there with down the road. I'll fight my way up there.
This one's interesting to watch as a fan this weekend, being that Elvin has such an awkward style approach to it. He's like more the traditional bare knuckle boxer with the.
It's a very original style. I feel
he's got the hands. He keeps the hands low, kind of like you would see on a bare knuckle poster. You know what I mean? He throws at weird angles, but then you got Jake, who's like much more technical, more crisp, more traditional with the way he throws his jabs and his combos and shit. And he's long and tall. It could be fucking really interesting this weekend for sure.
Yeah, he's got to get in there.
Hell yeah,
getting close.
Yeah, getting close. Brito's like he's like a I'm trying to think of a good word for him, but he's like a guy who's kind of creating a fight style. Like, he is a style. When you look, we talk about how this is a pretty new sport. Sure, it's a very old sport at the same time as a new sport commercial wise, right? But looking at Brito and what he brings to the table and how his fighting style has evolved through the years and all his fights, I feel like he is a style that people look at and will emulate things about it. Just like Kyle was just saying, like, hey, if I was fighting, I'd be watching the fights to find stuff out. I feel like Brito is a guy that you can watch and you can be like, man, he's just got such like he's got his own style, man. He's a study, you know, he studies the game. He practices bare knuckle. He's not practicing boxing. You know, a lot of people do a lot of boxing training and people are starting to veer off of that and start to realize like bare knuckle is a different sport. And these are the guys you need to watch because they're the ones who figured it out first. So you got to start looking at what they're doing and grow on that. But I do feel that way about Brito. He's one of those guys, you know.
This will be his 11th fight too. So with you, Dan, the way he was just talking about Alvin and you being the street fighter that you are, but you're also a boxer. Are you sticking? Are you still going to go back and forth to gloved boxing, traditional boxing, and bare knuckle? Are you going to stay busy in both realms, or now that you have this fight August 31st, you go out there, you get a W there? Are you 100% focusing on bare knuckle at that point, or are you still interested in taking some boxing matches on the side as well?
You know, I'll be definitely focusing on just bare knuckle for the next few years to come. Definitely.
Good answer.
100%. Sticking right to the BKFC.
You see what they're doing. You see the moves that they're making and the noise that they're making. So I think the sky's the limit for the company and the sport. And for a guy like yourself, man, you come on, you make a splash right away. Sky's the limit, man. And you know how David Feldman and Nate Shook and those guys are. If you go out and you look good and you don't take any damage and you make a little noise, they're pretty good about giving you a quick turnaround. If they're looking for a 165, or say you go out there, you look great, you don't take any damage on August 31st. Shit, man, you talk to Kevin and Brandon and those Storm guys and say, hey, keep my fucking number fresh in your phone, man, because I didn't take it. My hands are
passport's ready. Let's go.
Hell yeah, exactly, man. So just be ready for that quick turnaround. Maybe you could be super active, get 2 or 3 fights before the end of the year's over, you know?
That'd be perfect.
Outstanding.
Definitely.
Outstanding.
That's the goal.
Awesome. Very, very cool to get you back on here. We're going to be tuned in August 31st when you step back and when you step into the squared circle for the first time. We wanted to get you on here. Anything else you want to say to the audience, to the fans that may be tuning in August 31st? Anything they need to prepare themselves for?
Yeah, just get ready, guys. And I believe I'm not sure when the betting boards come out for this card, but make sure you put some money on my name because hey, I don't call myself Max Bet for nothing. You know, let's make some money. And just want to shout out Big Ben again. Love you, brother. Thanks for being there and being a big bro to me, and always good to have you in my corner. Same thing with Kevin Smith. You know, you guys are great, man. I'm blessed to have you guys in my corner and leading the way for me. You know, it's time to me to do my part and smash skulls. So, and shout out to David Feldman and Conor McGregor. After my fight, I'll be drinking some forged Irish stout. Gotta get that on me too after the fight.
Hell yeah, brother.
But yeah, to all the fans, everybody tuning in, my family and people, just get ready. It's gonna be a show.
I love it, man. We're excited. We are excited about this for sure. Mike, you have anything else for Dan before we let him go?
Yeah, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Like I said before, no excuse not to be watching these fights. If you're in the comments right now and you don't have the app, you better download that app. You better watch this man and support him. And the rest of the fights, don't miss it. It is the fastest growing combat sport in the world, the most exciting combat sport in the world. Tons of knockouts, tons of punches to the face. And that's what people like to see. Punching. But thank you so much for coming on. Big Ben, -1% owner. Big screenshot, Ben. Thank you so much for the screenshot. And when we come back, it'll just be me and Kyle. So we'll see you guys in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Dan.
Right, guys, take care, brothers. Dan. Thank you.
Later.
God bless. Ciao.
After you, sir. Have you ever done one? I gotta go. Shout out, let's go, boy.
Shout out to Storm. That was another Storm guy.
Take a look at that.
Shout out, let's go, boy.
I thought I could remix it. Didn't sound that great.
Shout out, let's go, boy.
You know, I love talking to these fighters. I cannot wait to see this guy Dan Godoy fight for the first time in the BKFC. Like you said, and like we said a little while ago, the day Big Ben met that dude, he was fucking he was like glowing about this guy. You gotta fucking see this guy. This dude is gonna wreck some shit in the fucking BKFC, pumping him up like crazy. And we're finally gonna get to see him in action with the gloves off. We did see the boxing match, and you know, he did go the distance in that one. And but now he's shedding the gloves and he's doing the sport that we love. And it's about goddamn time. So thank you to Dan for coming on, talking a little bit about his upcoming fight. And also Glendel Futrell, man. Fourth time's a charm for our boy Glenn.
Yeah, Glendel. Have fun in Canada. You know, get that poutine. Don't eat too much poutine, though. Don't eat too much poutine before you do the fight. You get them freaking cheese curds, might weigh you down. Don't do that. Get you freaking sick as hell. Can you imagine eating a bunch of French fries and gravy and cheese curds and then going fighting? You get punched right in the gut.
No.
Nah, don't do that. Do it afterwards, please. Don't do it before. So,
yeah, man.
Don't eat that shit before you go in that ring. I do see that we got a couple of fighting guests in the comments right now. You know who's in here that we haven't seen for a while?
Who's
Chevy Wildman Bridges.
Oh, man. Chevy Bridges. What is going on? What, the wild man himself.
The wild man is here. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's hanging out in the comments. I also saw Jack Shady Grady in the comments. What's up, Shady Grady? And just a second ago, I think Anthony, and I know who you are. We know who you are. Everybody should know. I don't want to say your name wrong, but the emphasis on the O is what I'm going to mess up. Hopefully is it Yost?
I think it's
Anthony Yost. Hopefully it's not Yost. I'm
pretty sure it's Yost
on the syllable. I'm sorry if I did that. But thanks for stopping in. Hopefully the first time isn't the last time. This is the #1 BKFC podcast in the world, by the way. So you want to know about BKFC? This is where you find out. This is the place. We have all the goods here. We were talking about the weigh-ins earlier. We were just talking to a couple of fighters, and there'll be more to come next week. This weekend, we got a big fight card coming up, right, Kyle? Big fight card. We've been talking about the entire episode, and I'm going to bring it back up on the screen right now. Here we are.
Hey, Mike. You got this great card this weekend, right? You got this fucking fantastic card, amazing main event, co-main event. You got the debut of Jesse Pringle. You got the War Britain Martinez 145-pound flyweight fight, which makes no fucking sense, but it's happening. You know what happened? I want to go back to the weigh-ins today, and I want to play Speculator. Want to play some speculating games here?
Speculator.
Oh,
yes, because we noticed a certain person was there. Is that what you're talking about?
There was somebody sitting in the front row of the weigh-ins today in Kansas City that we told Jules to go sign a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
When the UFC released this fighter, we were like, Jules, this girl is a fucking hot commodity. She will be exciting in this.
On hot.
Yeah, emphasis on hot. She is tattooed up. She is from Australia. This is a girl that is a free agent right now that you got to go grab because she would fit perfectly in this sport. Her name is Jessica Rose Clark, Miss Jessie Jess. Mike, she was sitting there front row at the weigh-ins today.
Oh, I saw.
What the fuck was she doing there?
Okay, so
did she have a teammate there or something? Like, what's Jessie Jess doing there?
If anybody knows if she has a teammate there, I did not. So we didn't realize she was in the crowd until 5 minutes before we went live with the show. We were re-watching the weigh-ins and talking about it with each other. And I was like, oh, hold on a second. Who's that right there?
Yep.
And then we looked and there she was. I hope that she wasn't there with the teammate. I hope she was there because she's interested in fighting for BKFC. The hype is real. She saw the Sturgis event, Conor McGregor, David Feldman. She sees all the big names. People are taking notice. And maybe Jules has reached out and she finally said, you know what? I'm going to be near Kansas. Let me go take a look at this bare knuckle fighting championship that I've been hearing about so much. And she came in. There's a female fight on the card that she's probably interested in seeing. Man, oh man, do I hope that she fights for this promotion. And I think that it is more than possible that they pull her in. More than possible. It is.
Oh, absolutely, dude. I think that they, when we remember, do you remember?
She's in.
Man, when did we tell her about what?
It was a long time ago.
What fight card did we meet Wonderboy Thompson at? Was that the Greenville one?
It was the same one that we were just talking about Glendel fighting at. It was Greenville.
That was Greenville, South Carolina. That is
Tony
the one.
Soto versus Tyler Goodjohn. That card is where we met.
I feel like that is the fight card.
Actually, that's not.
You and I were standing right by the ring with Jules, and she was like, what do you like? Jules is cool as hell, by the way. Shout out to Jules. We haven't seen her, and
Jules, we miss you.
She does like to ask us things. And I feel like she actually does take what we say. You know, what we say does mean something to her.
She takes it into consideration.
Yes,
I believe.
And we definitely gave her Jessie Jess, and that same night I said Jessie Jess and Jessica I. I said they're both.
Yes.
They're both veterans in MMA. They both were released by the UFC around the same time. I said both of those girls just happen to both be named Jessica, but those two Jessicas would fit in well here. And she did seem genuinely interested. And I do know for a fact that they had reached out to Jessie Jess in the last year and had contact with her. So I would love to see her fight, dude. She would add some new interesting wrinkles to that 125-pound division.
Yeah, I definitely want to see her in there. That would be fantastic. The sport needs more female fighters, needs more female fights. They're great fights. Yeah, we definitely need it. And I feel like getting people like her too, who have a following. She's very pretty. She has a following. She's fought for UFC. Like, I think if she's not on a contract, we're going to see her fight. So that's what I think. That's the prediction we've been talking about for a little bit. So I'm going to say it's going to happen. So there was a question here in the comments from Joe Ivy before we take off in a minute. She says, which fight are you guys looking forward to the most? So I am going to bring up a fight. Yes, I believe so. So I was looking forward to a fight that is not on the card anymore. So it was Jason High versus Dennis. It was supposed to be the co-main event. I wanted to see Jason High come back, and sure, Dennis also, because remember that time he hurt his ankle. Then he hurt his ankle that time we were in Virginia, and he didn't get to fight. And then he came back and he beat White Boy, and he did it in a pretty solid fashion. And that he's a pretty cool dude. We get to hang out with him in Albuquerque, him and Kai one night, and that was really cool. So I definitely wanted to see that fight. But I'm going to choose the easy way out on this, I guess, and it's the main event for me. Elvin Brito has a chip on his shoulder right now. You saw his last fight. He's pissed off. He's not the normal Elvin that we're used to seeing. Not that he's not a nice guy when it all comes down to it, because he's a very, very nice guy. Very, very nice guy. But usually that nice guy persona was his persona. You know what I mean? He'd come out, he's got his laugh, whatever, and he still does that. But when he was on this show, And when he was on the Bare Knuckle show, you can tell he is pissed off. He is sick and tired of judges ruining his fights. He thinks that his last 2 fights, his title fight, they were all very close fights that he believes that he won. And a lot of people agree with him. I think he's going to be in there to prove a point. And this is the one. I'm not saying that he's going to win. I'm not saying he's going to lose, because Jake Lindsay is one tough son of a bitch, and he is a good fighter. He's big, as we saw at the weigh-ins, and he is on home turf. He is not the visitor. So everybody's going to be rooting for him there. But dude, Elvin wants to get that belt back. And if he can't afford to lose this fight, Elvin cannot afford to lose this fight, because I don't know what Elvin's goals are, how long he's going to stay in bare knuckle. Say he loses a close decision. Is he going to keep fighting? I think he loves the sport enough to keep fighting. But how many times is he going to make a run at the belt? How many more times? So, he needs to win this fight in order to, get back to that belt that he really wants back. You know what I'm saying, Kyle?
Yes, I do. And I will agree with you. I have said this 100 times, and I believe you said it. And I thought that he won when he defended his title against Luis Palomino. I believe Elvin won that fight, and I believe he has a real gripe there. And the fact that they weren't able to run that back, I feel bad for him, because it was so close. And I do believe that when it came down to it, watching that fight over and over and over again, Elvin should have still been the champion after that night. And it would have changed the trajectory of his next year of his fucking life if he was still the champion holding that belt. He would have put that Luis Palomino beef behind him and moved on to the next. But that's not what happened. And he does have a deserved fucking chip on his shoulder right now that he needs to go. He needs to avenge these fucking these fights that he's upset about. That being said, he does have a very tough opponent in front of him. And it's funny because I was talking to somebody earlier about, the vibe out there and how's everybody doing and this and that. And the person I was talking to was like, Jake just doesn't seem too interested. He just I don't know what it is. And I'm like, that's just how he is. It's fucking Jake Lindsay is a interesting character. And I believe he just seems disinterested, but I don't think at all that he is checked out at all going into this fight. You know what I mean? I think that's just his demeanor. He's not a big, loud, boisterous fucking guy who's going to make a scene at any of these hotels or weigh-ins or ceremonial weigh-ins. He just does. He goes, he does his job, he does his weigh-ins, he does his fucking face-offs, and then he shows up the night of the fight and he puts on a fucking damn good performance every single time. So with that said, I agree with you. That fight is the main one that we're excited about. But after having a few conversations on this show lately, I am pretty interested in seeing the debut of Jesse Pringle, because I want to see what he's about in the ring. I am ultra interested in this flyweight turned fucking bantam turned featherweight fight that is now, going to take place at about 145 pounds tomorrow night, between Warbrit and Justin, because Justin must be one pissed off little motherfucker right now going into that fight tomorrow night. And then, of course, CWB and Coltrane, the co-main. Coltrane wins, he's right back in the mix. CWB wins, and he just catapulted himself right into the top 5 conversation, because that would put him at 3-1, and he just beat a guy who last fought the champ. So there's a lot of stake in those fights. In the comment section, Big Ben said that the girl in such such a fucking great way to word it. What do you think? He said,
do you think fights the chick from the Spain presser?
He says, hey, the Connor girl at the Spain press conference announced today she got a fight. Her name is Hannah Rankin, you fucking dum-dum, right? Is that who we're talking about here? Who's he talking? Is that who he's talking
Connor
about?
girl.
The Connor girl from the Spain press conference? Is that who he's talking about? Hannah Rankin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I
believe that's who he's talking about.
I believe that's who he's talking about. I don't know. I didn't hear that, but awesome. Because I remember her at the press conference sounding like she's ready to wreck some shit in the fucking BKFC. So if they did announce that she has a fight, I'm assuming is it gonna be on the Spain card? Now we got to do some research after the show's over. I don't know. I haven't heard any of that, but thank you for giving us the heads up. And we'll definitely check that out because
she was a former WBA super welterweight title holder, a multi-time world title challenger. So
right, yeah, I'm just real quick. Like I pulled up the fight card for Spain, and they still only have
they have 2 fights on there.
Yeah, they got the Tenaglia versus Soto and the Trout versus Franco. That's the only 2 listed. So hopefully she's on there, dude. If they put her on there against a decent opponent, that's a nice couple fights to start off building that card. And
she looks like how much does she weigh? Because she looks like she's like a decent size. Super welterweight, WBA super welterweight. How big is that in boxing, female boxing?
Okay, he said Connor posted it on his Instagram. Hold on, I'm gonna.
It's definitely her. There's only one female fighter that was with Conor McGregor in Spain, and it's her. It's Hannah Rankin, and she's a former boxing champion. It has to be her.
Yeah. No, I that's definitely who he's talking about. I'm just looking on his Instagram. Where did he post it? On the story? I don't see it. Either way. Oh, there we go. Team ranking. It's on Connor's story, but she posted
155. It. That's how. Who the hell is she gonna fight?
Holy fuck. 155 pounds.
Dude, she's 155 pounds. Here, that's the. Oh my god, how awesome would that be,
dude? Cyborg, maybe. How cool would that be?
She's 13-8 with 3 knockouts and 1 knockout loss. Her alias is the Classical Warrior. Okay, so not too aggressive with the name choice.
Not
too aggressive with the name choice. We're gonna have to change that one.
It doesn't hold up to Slim Reaper or the Berserker.
Borga, Joe Ivy says Borga is 145, right? She could maybe be able to make it up there.
Oh, yeah. Borga's, I guess so.
Get up there.
That's a big
I'm just saying she could get up. She could get up there. Yeah, sure. I know what she can do. I know her. I know what she does, what she can do. Yeah, but that would be cool. Hey, listen. More females. That's what we were saying earlier. More female fighters. We need more. We need to build up those female divisions. Get them moving. Speaking about female divisions, I mean, we're over here just talking. You know what we're gonna do? We do this all the time. 2 interviews. We're getting the hell out of here, and we're still here talking to you guys. One thing before we go, right? Kyle, Jenny Savage.
Oh, Jenny Savage fighting Elle Brooks, right? Or Elle Brook, whatever her name is. Is it Brooks or Brooke? Elle Brook.
I think it's Brooke.
Do you have the graphic?
I don't, because I wasn't planning on talking about this. But now that we're talking,
no, that is cool. Good for Jenny, man. It's gonna be on Misfits, right? Misfits Boxing. Elle Brook is the champion, right? She's the champ.
She is the champ, and she's proven that she's decent, at least in that division and that type of fighting. She does good. She beat Paige Van Zandt.
She's a very versatile person.
Yeah, she's
very versatile.
She's got the moves like Jagger.
She's got the moves like yes. What I'm saying is, I'm a fan of her work. You guys should go check out the Misfits champion Elle Brook, and she's gonna be throwing down.
She's hideous too, by the way.
yeah,
another hideous fighter joining combat sports.
Unbelievable. No, shout out to Jenny and good for you getting that opportunity, because it seems like a lot of people are going over there and getting paid some decent money. So
yeah,
go do your thing. Go knock her out.
Jenny's gonna knock her out. That's what I think.
Yeah, go knock her out. Elle Brook versus Jenny Savage. What is that? September 14th. That's right around the fucking corner too, Mike.
It's the day after BKFC 66. So it's a Saturday night. Taking place in Newcastle, huh? Look at that. So she's traveling overseas too. Over the pond, as they say.
Elbrook has that Harley Quinn vibe to her, doesn't she?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That birds of a, what is it, like whatever the fuck
flock together.
Yeah, that whatever the fuck that movie was. But good for her. Congratulations to Jenny on that fight opportunity. Maybe we'll see her back in bare knuckle at some point. Awesome show tonight, man. Shout out to Glendel Futrell and Dan Godoy. Both of you guys are going to go out there and perform in Edmonton, and I wish we could be there, but we'll be watching on our apps or Fubo or wherever we watch it. With that said, make sure you guys go check out our sponsors. Go to buckedup.com, use promo code Mike and Mish 20 and get 20% off your total purchase there. Then after you're done that, head on over to the Instagram page at LIV Dynamic. Hit the little link in the bio. Become a patient in just 20 seconds. If you want to get your weight loss under control, sexual health, anti-aging, they got it all for you over there at Dynamic Life. And last but not least, the Rasha. Join the Rasha Revolution. Go over to Instagram at Rasha Revolution or their website, www.therasha.com. Read up on it. You got to become a believer. And you're talking to two guys that weren't quite believers at the beginning, but since we entered the Rasha, good things been happening to the Mike and Mish show.
Yes, sir.
So with that said, I am taking my kids to Hershey Park, Pennsylvania tomorrow, Mike. We're going to do a little spur of the moment weekend trip down to PA and ride some rides and make our own candy bars and shit. What do you got? What do you got going on this weekend?
Hershey Park, Pennsylvania, Kyle. You know what that reminds me of? Hershey Park, Hershey Squirts.
Oh,
Hershey Squirts, my friend.
Was that a real fart? I wish it was.
No, it was not a real one.
That's a sound effect.
On cue. Yeah, that was a sound effect I had loaded up just a little while ago because someone, I think Glendel might have mentioned it. So I pulled it up and it was too late. I was like, I can't just play it now. It's not going to work. But anyways, for everybody who tuned in tonight, thank you so much. Kyle's going to go have some fun and we're all going to be sitting around like bums all weekend. Not really, but
no, watch the fights. Hey, watch the fights tomorrow night. We'll be talking about them next Wednesday. With that said, Mike, you got anything else for the people?
I just want to thank everybody else for tuning in like I was doing there. We had Rick Caruso, Michael Larimore joined us as for at the end of the show, Big Ben, Joe Ivy, absent-minded. Who else is in here? Julie, thank you so much. Anthony, Yost, thank you for tuning in for the first time. Hopefully we see you again and we'll have you on the show ASAP. Ike, what's up, buddy? Nice to see you. Everybody have a great night, a great weekend. Kyle?
Peace.